No, mate, look, the spread looks incredible. It looks amazing, don't get me wrong, but we're struggling with cost cap, and we both know what that means. That's right, it comes out of catering, that's how it works. Well, look, I don't know what you feed people. Just run down to Tesco, grab some sausage rolls, put it on a paper plate. Voila. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Forza Ferrari. Today we have round 17, the Japanese Grand Prix, and well, we just need to keep chugging away, don't we? Try and get maybe Red Bull on a bad day, get a couple of wins before we finish off the season here. My goal ultimately is I'd really like Giovinazzi to get either of them, but 100 points behind his Piastri. Someone to finish ahead of George Russell, so at least Red Bull isn't first and second in the Drivers' Championship. I don't know if that's even going to be possible, to be honest, but well, you know, we've got to try, don't we? Or else, what's the point? So, yeah, not much has happened off the track. It's only been 4 days since the Singapore race last time out, and we haven't got anything new on the car, so not a great deal to catch you up on. So let's go and have a look here at what we've got. So, rain for qualifying, potentially. Circuit map, red is Sector 1, blue Sector 2, yellow Sector 3. Now, lots of fast speed corners, which it does tend, I think. I've been trying to figure out like, what sort of track actually suits our car. And I think we are better in the high-speed corners than maybe we are in the low-speed. Now, it's a 23-second loss for a pit stop, and the expected strategies are a 2-stop strategy. So we can see there the time difference between a soft and a medium is half a second, and then an 8/10 to a hard tire to the soft. So it does degrade quickly, but definitely makes a difference, doesn't it? Not good signs there. Red Bull have always won. Let's hope we can break that little monopoly for them. And what are our performance targets? Qualifying both in the top 4. I mean, in theory, that should be okay, shouldn't it? Because, yes, the Red Bulls beat us, but then we're the next 2, and that should be roughly where we are. All right, let's go for fastest lap. And qualifying, we need 1 car in the top 6 for the next 2 races. Same thing in the race, and that'll give us some extra money. Annoyingly, money that doesn't count towards the cost cap. But anyway, we are where we are on that one. Let's head off to Japan. So there we go. It is heavy rain for Saturday. Hopefully that is going to be free practice rain and not qualifying rain. Although at least with heavy rain, it's going to be a wet tyre, chances are, and that'll be that for the session. But yeah, I'm just not good at doing the qualifying, am I? So I'll do some free practice, and I'll see you for quali in a second. Alright, so we've done free practice. We did get rain in FP3, so let's hope that's it for the session, or for the day, I should say. Q1, this is going well. Free practice 1. We were 8th and 9th. You'll see Esteban Ocon there has got a penalty. He crashed out in FP2, I'm assuming. Ruined an engine or something, and that's why he has had to do that. 9th and 12th in FP2, and then in free practice 3, it was 8th and 10th for us. So, yeah, you know, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all for free practice. Let's go and see what we can do in qualifying. Now, the good news is that I've nailed both setups, so we're on soft tyres to start, so let's go hope we get a good time in and there's no rain. Alright, so this is not what we needed. Rain's here in a minute. Giovinazzi, he was first out. No idea what he did, but he stuffed up his lap and he's currently on the outside looking in. Now, what I haven't done, which I perhaps should have, is sent them out on the training now. Giovinazzi might be out in Q1. I didn't send them out on new tyres because I don't know why. I just didn't. Well, the reason I didn't is because I figured we should be quick enough to get out of Q1 anyway. Why burn up a set of new tyres? That's what I was thinking. But yeah, I mean, the thing is too that if we had actually changed tyres, we would have been a little bit slower getting out of the pits again. So Giovinazzi is not going quicker as you wouldn't expect as the track goes to very close to damp conditions. Has he done enough though to get himself inside? He hasn't. He's going to be out. So how many times have we seen it from Giovinazzi? He has pulled it out a couple of times as well, but when the pressure is on and he needs to get it done in a lap, he just time and time again just struggles to get it done, doesn't he? So that's a difficult race for him now. Let's hope Piastri can fly the flag for us. Alright, now it is raining. It was expected to go dry. It's just gone back to damp from wet. It's expected to go dry because in 6 minutes the track goes from wet to dry, doesn't it? But it looks like it is going to do that. So we're just sitting here with Piastri. We're waiting for the track to go dry. We will now go. Hopefully not get any traffic. And we'll go and jump on board for his lap. And see what we get from this. There is 3. There's 3 cars in front of us. So let's hope they all get out of the way. Starting with George Russell here, I think that is. please, and thank you, sir. Out of the way, Russell. Thank you. And there's the checkered flag. So this lap has to count. We're currently on the outside looking in. Everybody's going to go quicker, though. So, you know, I mean, in green's not going to mean anything because everybody's going to be going personal best because they're doing a dry track instead of a wet track. So one more car should get out of our way down this straight. There it goes. And no purple sectors for Piastri, but Verstappen's currently quicker, so that's maybe not a surprise. We've got a yellow flag. We'd just like to finish our lap, please, game. And Piastri goes second. And Sainz is locked up. That'll leave him out of qualifying, almost certainly. And Russell as well could be in a bit of trouble here. No, everybody's gone, oh, nobody did a run on dry tyres. Well, that was silly. I mean, even I didn't mess it up that badly. That's ridiculous. Alright, so Sainz and Russell get out of jail free on that one. Let's go to Q3. Alright, now we are expecting rain in 2 minutes. I was a little bit late coming back in there. Sorry, I had it on time 16 speed. Missed the button to get it back. Anyway, we are on board with Piastri. We have George Russell more or less up our gearbox. I think it's Russell. Is it Russell? Yeah, it is Russell, isn't it? So we're going to slow him up, which is good. He shouldn't be ahead of us. Oh, that's a bit much, isn't it? If you slow it down, is that... I always feel like, when you look at it like this, like in real life, I mean, not in the game, it never looks as fast as you imagine it would look, but then you would have the, like when you're on a motorway kind of thing, and it's, you know, you get like that, when you get off the motorway and you go into a regular street and it feels like you're crawling along. It was half a second faster with Russell, so that's not great. But yeah, I always feel like it doesn't look like they're going that fast. But then I've heard them interviewed, and they'll say that it doesn't necessarily feel fast, especially in a, like going down a straight, until something goes wrong, and then suddenly it feels extremely fast, which I can only imagine. Anyway, it's raining, so that's probably going to be the grid. And indeed it is. 0.8 of a second we are off Verstappen, though, which is not good. The Alpines are definitely quicker all of a sudden, aren't they? Let's go and do this race. Alright, now the one thing we're going to do with Giovinazzi, we were going to need a gearbox to get to the end of the season anyway. So we'll put that on here and we'll just start from the back because it's a very small difference in where we actually start from, because he would have been 16th anyway. How do I get back to this strategy screen here? Now, what do we do? A soft, hard one-stop. No, I don't think that's going to be worth it, is it? I think with Giovinazzi, now there's two ways to do this. We either look to come in early and get free air that way and get an undercut, or we look to go longer, get free air, and then come home soft. And I think I'm talking myself into that a little bit. So if we do that, go medium, soft. The downside to this is that we're not sort of naturally getting that undercut every time. But yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll come in like as early as, like, so schedule to come in as early as we can to sort of still get there, but with the knowledge that we can push on a little bit with the medium tyre and go longer if we need to, and of course we can go even longer because we don't necessarily have to push the soft tyre that hard at the end. So that'll be Giovinazzi starting from last, depending on how many penalties Ocon has. I think with Piastri, soft, medium, just constantly get that undercut, get it on a medium at the end and run for the line, I think is the way to go for him. So that's what we're going to do. It's not supposed to rain, and Giovinazzi has to try and do a Verstappen in Singapore and go from last to first. Alright, welcome back. Now, of course, what we have also done with that Giovinazzi gearbox is guaranteed we are now going to break cost cap. So, oh, no, not that one, this one. So yeah, I mean, not great, obviously, but it's fine. Like I say, I don't think we're going to get sacked instantly when we go over it, and we know this is our last season, so not completely in the spirit of things, but well, we've got to compete with Red Bull somehow, don't we? So we've got Albon on a hard tyre. So there's a lot of hard tyre runners here. This is Piastri's chance to get out front and go. You imagine that, I mean, if they're one stopping, then they're done. I think I've said that before. They're just going to be far too slow. You'd imagine they'll do hard, soft coming in. I would have thought. But, yeah, we're going to need to get overtakes done relatively quickly. And we can already see the Red Bulls driving off, can't we? It's so just demoralizing. The only good thing is that we might get DRS. They might break the DRS to Sainz in front of us. So let's just back off a little bit on these tyres for now. And yeah, we'll settle in. 53 laps. It's a short one in terms of laps, but usually a lot happens. As are we going to lose DRS here? We've got it. Well, actually, it's not going to come on board to next lap, so we're just going to be a little bit careful. But I think on a soft tyre, we should be okay to stay in there. Giovinazzi's a bit of a worry, isn't it? He's got to get some overtakes done here. He can't afford to leave too much to do when everybody comes into pits. Alright, so Piastri is right up behind the Red Bull of Russell and Ocon in the... Sainz in the Alpine. We do kind of need to get a move done here because this is their hard tyre stint. This is their slow race, part of the race. We just need to get things done and make sure we're using them being on the hard tyre to try and pull away from them. We are struggling to make overtakes, though, to the point where Giovinazzi was actually struggling to get past the two Hasses. Now, he's done it now, but look at how far he's dropped off the back. 4 seconds to the cars in front. We just can't push the tyres as hard as we would like to, I don't think. So that is that. If we can... I don't think we're going to get DRS off the back of Russell, are we? I'm not sure. Oh, we did. So that should keep Sainz behind us. We're going to need to back off these tyres, so if we want to get any sort of stint length on them. 23 seconds is what we needed. So right now, if we were to come with Piastri, we'd come out pretty much last. So yeah, not great. Alright, so Giovinazzi has caught up to the back of a train of cars that is essentially up to Norris in 10th. Now, there's most of them are on... Well, there's not most of them. 3 of them are on soft tyres. The rest are on medium and hards. Now, what my plan is here is we're going to try and... We've already charged the battery. We're going to try and save as much tyres as we can, conserve as much fuel as we can. Then when these soft tyre runners come in... Because we're at the back of a DRS train right now. Basically, we would need to almost kill ourselves to try and get through this train. So we're going to wait for the soft tyre runners to get out of our way. That should leave us Norris, Leclerc, Magnussen and Ocon. What we should have is better tyres to be able to... we might even be able to just push straight past 1 or 2 of them here. Yeah, better tyres, be able to push the fuel a little bit more as well. And hopefully gobble them up pretty quickly. Get ourselves back to 10th because Pourchaire and Stroll are going to get out of the way as well. Piastri in theory as well. And yeah, and then we can kind of go from there. Piastri is he caught back up to Russell yet? He's just outside of DRS. George Russell kind of did a massive push lap. The problem that we had is that we were kind of over pushed our tyres at the start. So we're keeping him within range. When we get we're in our pit window, but when we get a little bit closer, what we'll do is we'll sort of go full attack. And yeah, I want to try and go as long as I can, I think. Maybe this is the lap. Stroll is pitting. Not that that affects us too badly, I suppose. Alright, let's go for a couple of laps here, and we'll probably get an extra lap out of these tyres. So we'll come back for Piastri's pit stop and see where that leaves us. And yeah, as I said, Giovinazzi just needs to hold station for now. And you can see he's already starting to get his tyres into a pretty good position compared to those in front. So yeah, we'll see how this shakes out after pit stops. We need good pit stops though, don't we? Jesus, we need good pit stops. Alright, so Piastri is pitting this lap. What we've done, 2 extra laps. We're really pushing the tyres, but we're also harvesting and saving fuel. I'm hoping, I don't know if the last lap time we're kind of balancing out with what we're saving in fuel and whatnot. We're burning up on the tyres, so hopefully that's going to work out okay for us. Now he needs to come in and on a fresh soft tyre, take absolute chunks of time out of them. We got a good one. Take absolute chunks of time out of the Red Bulls and see where that leaves him. Giovinazzi has just had some cars pull in, has he? Out of his way. So this can be his time to go now. And is that Piastri just in front of him? It is. So that's worked out pretty well for us, I'd say. Yeah. If Giovinazzi could stay in the DRS of Piastri on a new soft tyre, then that could work out double nice for him as well. So let's see now. This is where both drivers need to make their time up. Alright, so I'm going to say so far so good. Piastri first lap out of the pits of 31.8 compared to he's about 2 seconds faster than Verstappen anyway. So that's gone well. He's cutting through these back markers that like he needs to do. They're not really back markers, but you know what I mean. So yeah, he's doing a pretty good job so far. If we can go and get Ocon down this straight, he shouldn't have DRS. And hopefully Giovinazzi behind him can go and get, we're not pitting yet, can go and get, who did he just pass? Leclerc. So he's where he needs to be, so let's, he's got some tyre life to play with, so let's send full push for Giovinazzi. And we need to get Bottas out of the way here. That looks like white stripes, doesn't it? So a hard tyre for him. And then we've got a little bit of a gap then to Albon and Perez, sort of 4 seconds each up the road. So yeah, it's going somewhat to plan. What we need to remember, of course, is that the Red Bulls at some point are going to have this soft tyre on. So we need to, yeah, be ready for that. But we should, was it 24 seconds? So yeah, we should have undercutted, or 23 I think it was actually, wasn't it? So right now, Piastri would be in the pits, and the pits in the lead if the Red Bulls come into the pits. So that's positive. Alright, now we're going to bring Giovinazzi in this lap. I'm just looking at the lap times, and the cars that have stopped, he's losing quite a bit of time to. So there's no need to keep doing that. We've taken these tyres far enough. He can come in and hopefully get a good stop. And then Giovinazzi's going soft to the end from here. And it is a good stop. And we didn't get jumped by the Alpine, which is nice. So Piastri's in 5th. He is about to run down Perez now. And Giovinazzi is going to come out a little ways behind Ricciardo. It's not really where we wanted him in truth, but 15th. There's going to be some cars here that, yeah, I mean, they're all on older tyres now as well. So he's sort of offset himself a little bit with tyre life, which is good. Alright, so we are just about halfway through this race. Piastri, you can see that car in front there. That is Sainz in the Alpine. So he stopped and caught him. Now, given that we're halfway through, Bottas is just stopping now. Cars that are just stopping are coming out on a medium. Now, they started on a hard. I think they're one stopping. Now, if they're one stopping, I don't know. We're 15 seconds back of the Red Bulls. I don't think that's going to work out well for us. I don't think we're going to be that much quicker than them. But we'll certainly give it a fair shake, I'd say, as Giovinazzi gets past Albon, and he's now got Guan Yu Zhou in front of him. We'd do well to get him out of the way nice and quickly. Right, let's even try deploying and then see if we can catch Ricciardo in front to get the DRS down the front straight. It's a cheeky one round the outside spoon. And, well, that is very, very nicely done. And we are just outside of DRS, it looks like. So hopefully Zhou doesn't come back past. But Giovinazzi's in the points, fairly, at this point. And Piastri is all over the back of Carlos Sainz. Try and get him as quickly as possible here. Can we do another one around the outside of spoon? It would be very nice if we could do 2 in a lap. But no, not quite, unfortunately. So we'll wait for the main straight. And he should be pretty easily dealt with down there. Verstappen has come in on his medium tyre. Now, if he comes out on a hard, I'm going to say, well, Sainz comes in as well. I'm going to say we are half a chance. If he comes out on a soft and he's 2 stopping, I think he's going to have a lot of pace. No, he's come out on a hard. He's going to the end. They're 1 stopping it. Is that just a bit of showboating? They know they're that much quicker that they can get away with that, I wonder. But yeah, well. We might be in with a chance here. What's our gap? We are 8 seconds ahead. We've got to make a pit stop of 24 seconds, so that's 16 seconds behind, and we're going to have fresher medium tyres. And that's assuming the gap stays the same. If we're pushing a soft tyre, that should be just as quick as a new hard tyre, shouldn't it? Oh, we could be in here. We could be in with a chance. All right, now Piastri is on his in lap. Russell came out on a new set of mediums. So he's currently 13 seconds behind us, which means he'll be about 9 seconds in front of us on the same tyre. We've been holding the gap to Verstappen, as you can see. I think, annoyingly, we can beat Verstappen here. I don't think we can beat George Russell, which is, needless to say, frustrating. Giovinazzi is currently in 8th. He has got quite a few cars just right there that he can overtake in a second. But let's wait and see what sort of stop we get here. It's a good one, or a decent one at least. And the Red Bulls have gone past, but we are going to the end. Oh, Sainz has gone past as well, so we didn't need that. But we're going to the end. We've got a set of medium tyres that is going to get us there quite comfortably. And we are 13 seconds off Verstappen in the lead on a hard set. He's on a hard set of tyres. So let's see what we can do there. Giovinazzi, he needs to get past Porsche now. This has gone on long enough. This just needs to happen, please. We don't need you losing any more time, because the two Mercedes are not that far up the road. Actually, at this point, you might as well just wait for... No, it's too late. Hopefully, he doesn't come back past us with DRS, because that would be super annoying. He's actually gone into the pits, so there we go. That's that problem solved. Let's see if he can now go and run down these Mercedes as quickly as possible. They're doing decent lap times, it must be said. You'll notice Giovinazzi got fastest lap as well. Wasn't even trying for him to get it, and he managed to do that. So, very, very good. Very, very good. All right, we have Giovinazzi right behind Sainz. Hopefully, this is going to be the lap that we get him. Oh, you've got to get him, Oscar. You've got to get him. This is letting them get away, the Red Bulls. We've got to take a risk now. We've got to try and get past him. And I'm not sure exactly where we're going to do that. Can we do it around the outside? The thing is, we know the Alpine's quick. And what we can't do is just destroy our whole race in terms of the tyres and whatnot. There we go. Here we go. We've got a little run on him now down the inside into 180R. That's going to be very, very tight. But if we deploy out of here, send it in, surely... Oh, battery's empty. The battery's empty. But looks like we might have got him anyway. All right. Good job, Oscar. That's P3. Let's go now, see if we can catch the Red Bulls. Even stuck behind Sainz, he was matching their pace. Come on, Oscar, come on. Giovinazzi will be pitting shortly. He is currently in 6th. There are cars behind him that are going quicker on new tyres, but for the most part, what do I want here? They're on new mediums. And of course, he's going to be going onto the softs. So, yeah. It's catching 8/10 a second a lap. Everybody in front, more or less. Alright, we are back behind Sainz. He got us with DRS, but we're going to hopefully get him back again here. Or not. Oh, this is so infuriating. Giovinazzi's in. Let's see, hopefully another good stop. It's a very, very good stop. Best one of the race. Almost probably the best one of the season. And it's going to bring us out into 11th. No, a little bit. Oh, geez, 14th. Now, they are all on different older tyres. So we've got an advantage there. But Giovinazzi's going to have a little bit of work to do. See if he can get back to 6th. This is probably the best he can do. Assuming Perez doesn't stop again. And Piastri at this point. What sort of lap times is Verstappen doing? This is just killing our race. Come on. We've got him that time. Surely we've got him that time. Looks like we've taken the line. And there we go. We won't... we'll keep pushing for another lap just to make sure that that is it this time. He's 8 seconds behind Russell. was 11 behind Verstappen with about 11, 12 laps to go. We'll see. We'll see. Giovinazzi's going to be the fun one, though, isn't it? He has got overtaking to do. Alright, so Giovinazzi is just getting himself caught up in a little bit of a train here. So we're just trying to cool down his tyres, charge up the battery a little bit, and then we're going to go. You can see there's about 5 cars in front, which is up to 6th place. So what we want to try and do, obviously, is to go a little bit ballistic here. Just try and overtake all of them as quickly as possible. So that's what we're going to do. We maybe don't have enough battery for a full lap. The problem we have is that Norris in front's on a soft tyre as well. Now, it's not as good as ours, but it is still a soft tyre that is more tricky for us to overtake. So we could do with him, at least, if he can get past the Aston Martin, then that would make our life a little bit easier as well. But you can see everybody's catching Ocon quite quickly. We just need to get an overtake done. If we can get ahead of Norris, then I think we could be able to pick them off, and this could be the move there. So that's very nice. And now we've got cars on harder, older tyres. We should, and I do stress should, be able to pick them off one at a time here, hopefully relatively quickly. But we'll see. Alright, well unfortunately the Red Bulls with 3 laps to go decide to flex their muscles. They're pulling away from Piastri, who's not doing badly, but they're just freaks. They're just absolute freaks. So we're on board with Giovinazzi. He has just gone around the outside of a car at Spoon for the 2nd time this race. And he is just currently absolutely killing these tyres because he's got nothing to lose, no reason to save them. So he's coming through. He's about to get Bottas. Next car is Ocon, and then as you can see, it's a 16-second gap to Perez, which in 3 laps is going to be very difficult to close down, but I'm sure he'll give it his best go. Yeah, I don't know exactly where it... I mean, he's done well to come from last to what I'm assuming everything stays on track, will be 6th. That's still a very, very good race. Yeah, but it's not quite... I thought we would have got Perez as well. Now, Perez is on very old tyres, so they may fall off a cliff. But a lot of the top cars here have one stop, which surprises me. It just doesn't seem like the best way to do this race. But anyway, I suppose with the exception of Red Bull, we've proved that to be correct because, you know, we are arguably the next 2 quickest cars. So yeah, well... We're not going to close 15 seconds down, are we? It's just not going to happen. Unless he gets a puncture, maybe. Alright, so Red Bull first, Red Bull second. Hooray for them. Piastri's going to come around in 3rd. There is a slight concern. I wasn't paying attention to Giovinazzi's fuel. I thought he'd saved enough. There is a slight concern that he may not make it to the finish line. He was 2 seconds a lap faster than Perez. He might just do this. It's downhill. And there we go, he has to thank Christ for that. It's 6. A decent recovery drive for him, to be fair.
Okay, that's a check.
So Piastri on the podium, up 1. Giovinazzi up 14 to 6th. It makes you wonder what he could have done, you know, if he could qualify, Muppet. But anyway, George Russell got fastest lap with an old set of mediums. That just goes to show, I mean, Red Bull's just a different category, aren't they? They're sort of Formula, I don't know, whatever's better than 1. Alright. Drivers' Championship. We're not going to catch them, are we? It's not impossible. I mean, it's possible, obviously, but it's not possible, is it? They're just so quick. I don't understand why. And there we go. The Constructors, we're going to finish 2nd. Pit stops might be our best chance. Giovinazzi did have the fastest one. Piastri was there as well. And could we run Alpine down? That was a good race for us. We're not that far off getting 2nd in the pit stop competition again, behind Red Bull. There might be a reason why they're just very good, aren't they, across the board? So there we go. That is that. We had decent pit stops though today, didn't we? All of them were fine. That's 2.4 seconds is absolutely fine. It's a sprint race in Qatar, isn't it? Up next, so that'll be an interesting one. Bone extra, lots of points. Yes, we're going to break cost cap. I know. And 2 teams that voted to increase it. Wonder if McLaren's going to break it as well. Anyway, guys, if you've enjoyed that, thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Sorry, we're just nowhere near Red Bull right now, but that is just kind of how it is, I think. Take care.